listen to me. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk to y'all real quick. Hold on for a minute. What's this? You know what I'm saying? I'm looking and it looks like it's a lot going on right now. I'm seeing that Rock is he's on kind of like a, I'm not going to say damage control. Shout out to Rock. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say damage control, but he's pretty much trying to put out, like the pose and this and that and the third. And he's talking like, what did he say? He said something like, the fake personals don't win battles. That's what you said, Rock. Wait a minute. He said fake personals don't win battles. Look, it's a couple things I want to talk about. You know what I mean? I just be chilling. Y'all be hitting me up and everything. I don't be doing nothing. I'm just chilling. I'm watching everything. I'm a fan just like everybody else. This is what I want to say. If you got this, bro, this is one of my favorite battles, of all time. This is one of my favorite battles. And it's not just, because it just happened, nothing like that. Like, this, the face of the Smack era versus the face of the UR. This is a huge deal to me. Wait a minute! I just gotta wait. I gotta get soaked. I gotta talk about this stuff like how I really feel. This is what I want to say, Rock. No disrespect to you, bro. This battle is not debatable at all. If you got this battle being debatable, I'm not gonna fix it. If you got this battle being debatable, you are wildin'. I hear you, Rock. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you can't use fake angles. And this is what Rock is talking about, basically. I think he's talking about the picture that was sent, to, the one that's got them all, you know what I mean? Whatever. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna even talk. But that picture, they're saying that wasn't sent to official. You know what I'm saying? He didn't send that to official. Official basically was saying that's not true. So he's saying you can't win with fake angles. He's also, from what I'm thinking you talking about, Rock, you talking about the audio or whatever that exists between you and the person, you know what I mean, that people are accusing you, Miss Hustle didn't have, the proof and everything like that. TAY ROC! Stop, Rock, stop! Stop, chill. Shout out to Miss Hustle, you know what I'm saying? No, I ain't going against her. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is. All right, so Rock, so you saying that people can't win with fake angles. So what's all that gun bar? I'll shoot you like this, and I'll shoot you like this, and I'll beat you you know what I'm saying? I'll shoot you like. But then you ain't help Briz, Rock. You know I rock with you, Rock, but you ain't help Briz. And Mook's whole rock. This is why Mook's first round hit so hard, Rock. I think he know why Briz didn't do the battle. I think he knows why Briz didn't do the battle. And he's kind of breaking everything down and he's talking to you like, yo, you ain't helped Briz. And, how you gonna say that, I wasn't on stage when you was in the back and this and that and the third and Mook is talking to you with this and that. He going crazy on you, Rock. You know what I'm saying? It's I done dotted the I and this and that and that. What you talking about? I ain't trying to glorify Rock, but I done set it off, Rock. What you talking about? You wasn't even helping Rock. You ain't even help at all, Rock. And then you start you know what I'm saying? You starting the first round was fire. You know what I'm saying? Imagine a construction worker. Talking about what he used to do. You know what I'm saying? The one that's screaming, that's light, is the one that's keeping on the power. That was fire. But then you switched it up and you kind of said, yeah, I ain't helped Briz. That's something, I learned a lesson that's bad. Rock, TAY ROCs. How do you feel you explaining that you didn't help Briz is more effective than what Mook is telling you. He's telling you didn't help Briz. You said I didn't help Briz. That was bad. I felt bad for that, but you didn't meet me out in the back. Why would he be meeting you out in the back when the brawl is going on stage? Rock, Tay Roc! That's why Surf, shout out to Surf. I ain't dissed you. That's why Surfing like, yo, like if Rock won that battle, it's by the skin of his teeth. If he won the battle, it's by the skin of his teeth. Rock, you ain't win that battle, bro. Shout out to Rock, you did not win that battle, bro. Anybody that's got you winning that battle either really didn't watch the battle or they don't like Mook. That's all I'm saying. Shout out to everybody. That's what I'm saying. But how, like, you know what I mean? And then you start all these random gun bars. He's talking to your soul, Rock. Punk rock and this and that, all tops. This like, yo, he's talking to you, Rock. How did you win the battle? Like, Rock. We might have to do an interview. I don't know. How did you win the battle? How did you win that battle? How did the random gun bars and shot him? Like, how did that beat what he was doing to you? I'm curious, and then like the second round, people want to say the second round was debate. Like I kind of low key thought it was like on first watch. I ain't gonna even hold you. But when you listening to what Mook is saying to Rock, and you listen to what Rock is saying to Mook, random gun bars is not gonna. It's like you talking to a brick wall, Rock. You talking to a mountain coming at like you know what I'm saying. You talking to a mountain, Rock. You just like it's like when I'm watching Tay Roc battle Mook. It's like Mook is talking to his soul. You know what I mean? And then Rock is just like practicing to a brick wall. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you not moving Mook with that. And he kind of looking at you like when you talking like, yo, like what is this dude talking about? It has nothing to do with what we talk. Like, what is this even about? It just wasn't the same, bro. And then Mook hit you with the third. It wasn't the same, Rock. Like, what you mean? Like, how he not go? Okay, so the third round, the training situation, this and that, and the third, like, whatever, Rock. But the random gun bar, that's gonna win it. And then the whole situation with Rex, like the Photoshop photo, that's gonna win the, like, so what, so you brought up the Rex situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, so what, like the photos, like, how's that? Like, I'm curious, Rock. Shout out to Rock. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody in the Battle Rock community. Rock, you know what I mean? You are facing, like, a juggernaut, bro. Like, no disrespect, you know, and people just got the battle like how they got it. Some people gonna have it in your favor. Some people gonna have it in, you know, like Mook's favor. It is what it is. Very, very good battle. I watched it again right before I, like, did the blog. I was just, like, posting, like, some of the lines and stuff, like, from the battle on my Twitter. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Now, I do want to say this. Seeing some things, you know what I mean? And I kind of seen some things like a little while ago. You know what I'm saying? Like Mook kind of sent me, but it's not. This is what's going on, right? This is kind of how I'm looking at things. People, they're mad at certain media, like, you know what I mean? For whatever reason, you know what I mean? They feel like narratives are being painted, this, that, and the third, you know what I mean? It's like, what do y'all expect? You know what I mean? From like, what y'all really expect? You know, you gotta like when y'all watch people, anybody, you know what I'm saying? You gotta see like who they rock with, what they mainly say, like what's the like majority of the, you know what I mean? And like, you know, you get people that said New Jersey twerk beat Swamp. Oh my God! What is this? People say it like clear battles. They giving it to other people. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, like, making excuses for people. And then you finding out they cool and they rock with people. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of the URL, like, type, like, media. I mean, I'm just being real with you. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect, but it is what it is. Like, they're cool with these people. You know, so it's like, you know, they got to be around these people. So it's like, you think a lot of these people are gonna tell you the truth. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying like anybody in particular. I'm just saying, you think a lot of these people gonna tell you the truth. You know what I mean? They've already shown you that they rock with certain people on multiple different occasions. Why are y'all surprised? Like, I'm trying to figure it out. Why are y'all, and I'm not trying to tell people to like stop watching people or anything like that. I'm just saying, when a battle drops, keep an open mind. Like, get the app. Like, watch these battles for yourself. You know what I mean? Because there is a situation where I feel like a lot of people are compromised. And a lot of the compromised media have problems with like media that's not compromised. The media that's not compromised is going to be the media that, for the most part, you don't see, you know what I mean, like hosting these events for whatever reason. You know what I mean? And some people say, oh, we ain't hosting the events because the battle rapper's trying to kill us. There's a lot of that, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, it's like, a lot of us just keep it real. Like, we could, this is what I respect about Surf, right? Surf knows I talk crazy, right? But he knows this is pretty much like who I am, right? So he went on Hip Hop Is Real, and he was basically talking about me, Angry
Math, Danny Myers, you know what I mean? Like, Angry Fan, Piperboy, like, I make...
You know what I'm saying? Like, we light up and we talk about different, you know what I mean? It's just that y'all don't have to, I think it's a situation where people feel like, you gotta like say some people won battles in order to be like put in a certain light by battle rappers. You gotta get to a point like when you do a media, like you just have to be one way. So it doesn't matter like who you talking about, you know what I'm saying, or who you talking to. When you talk, it's just gonna be the way it is. How you talk is gonna be the way you talk on your channel. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, that's what it is. So there's no type of nothing. Like when I'm talking to Mook on the phone, Mook can tell you, I'm telling him he's going to lose the battle between him and Rock. There's no, like, if I'm being recorded, whatever. I'm telling him that. So and I have to keep in mind, like, when you get on a certain level of media or anything, you got to be on a certain level of thinking, like, I can be recorded at any given time. Listen to me. I'm just talking. Wait a minute. I can be recorded at any given time. That's why I don't reach out to people. I don't talk to people. You know what I'm saying? Rex, like, messaged me. I ain't call him back. Well, I did call him back. You know what I'm saying? But then I was like, wait a minute. I'll probably be recorded. Click. You know, it's just sometimes you don't know. You know what I mean? So, like, just keep it all the way, like, how it is, like, off the grid, like, off the blogging sphere. Like, keep it like that, like, when you actually talking to people, and then people don't have a problem. You know what I mean? But it is a problem, I feel like, in battle rap. There's a lot of narratives being painted, and people suffer from it. You know, and it's like, you know, at the end of the day, we all fans of all these people. A blogger is nothing more than a fan, but it gets to a point to where, like, you got to separate yourself. I'm a blogger for the people, but then, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to speak my truth, like, you know what I mean? Like, how I feel about this situation, and I'm going to speak for the people, how they feel about situations, regardless of how my favorite battle rapper might feel. That's why Mook called me, like, soon as he got off stage. After he done shook hands and all that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all done did a couple interviews. Called me, like, right when he got off stage. He didn't care. You know, because he knows, like, if I do a block, he know what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? If he lost, I'm going to say he lost. If he won, I'm going to say he won. You know what I mean? Gems. I felt like I lost money. I can create a narrative if I feel like it. No, I think that first round was really debatable. The second round was really debatable, but I know in my heart of hearts, when y'all end up watching this battle, or if I watch the battle again and I feel like a person lost, they lost the battle. That's why a lot of times I don't even like really light up. Like when the battle like first happens, I kind of let it like play out for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Or I kind of just watch it a few more times and try to really like depict what's going on. So if I say somebody wins, like I really like that person won. I'm not being swayed by anything. Y'all shouldn't be swayed by anybody, media and nobody. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's a problem to where I feel like certain people and their channels have been affected for the most part. A lot of them. They might not have views. They might be the ones like doing like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, well, these white people watching these people, they don't do views. That because y'all watching them and we don't do views because y'all ain't watching them. I see like a lot of them people like to be hosting battles, just like talking crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's like people are not watching you because they know you compromised. You're compromised media. It is. It's real compromised media out here. People know that. And that's why the channels are affected. You know what I'm saying? You might see people getting like no views and you getting like 50, you know what I'm saying? 15, 20,000, 30,000, you know what I'm saying? 12,000 views. They might get like 1,000. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. And it's not that, you know, I want everybody to be able to make money, but I feel like the fans have determined like some people are just going to tell the truth. It don't matter. You know, and if you want to be in a blogging space, you just gotta just keep it real, bro. And this don't mean like just going in on everybody. I ain't really keeping it real. Like, you know what I'm saying? If somebody lost, they lost. If they won, they won. You know, and these people have to be able to trust you because we in COVID. People ain't trying to pay for no URL app. You know what I'm saying? Like some people are paying for it. I would suggest y'all get it now, especially when this like battle about to drop. You know what I mean? But a lot of people, like, they, you know, the finances are tied, and now leagues are not dropping battles, King of the Dot. You know what I mean? URL, they're not really dropping battles on YouTube, so the bloggers are the only medium for a lot of people to figure out what's really going on. And it does happen. Like, people might talk to these battle rappers like, yo, I'm gonna set the narrative like this. You know what I mean? Like, it happens. You know what I mean? Like, but for the most part, why are, like, most media, like, hated? Like, you know, not most, but like the independent, like, I'm independent. I don't like I'm gonna tell y'all what it was. Shout out to the URL. When I called somebody from the URL and we had a discussion about this battle, we was kind of low key going off on each other. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't Beasley. You know what I mean? It wasn't Smack. It wasn't, you know what I mean? Nobody like that. You know what I'm saying? But we kind of like, you know what I mean? Like having a problem. I didn't feel like Mook lost that battle. I gotta make decisions. Like what's great for the, you know, the culture, for me to tell the truth, or for me to just, I ain't saying people trying to tell me to just say nothing, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying what's better for the culture, for me to say what I really feel. You know what I'm saying? And people don't understand, like when you have channels like this, you know, you not just like talking to a camera. You know, and I think a lot of people forget that. Like, you know what I mean? You filling up like a Staples Center. You know what I'm saying? Or like a Bridgestone Arena, or like you know, like a Gund Arena, or like a old, like, you know what I'm saying? A Quicken Loans, like these arenas, like these blogs, not just me. Like when you do blogs, like it's a lot of people. Why you can't fit these people on the block? You know, so don't, like, if you doing this, don't think about yourself. You know what I mean? Or just your favorite battle rapper, somebody you trying to be down with. You know what I'm saying? Just think about the truthfulness of everything. Because if you just being all the way 100% of the time, you know what I'm saying, whatever you doing or whoever you talking about, you ain't gonna have no problems. You ain't. Me and Math, we just talked. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and Math kind of, you know what I'm saying? We kind of sneak this at each other. We ain't gonna even hold you. We get on the phone and we kind of, I'm, you know what I mean? He say his piece, I say my piece, and at the end of the day, it wasn't nothing fake about it. I'm like, yo, I promote your league. We just real, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what I tell Math, he knows I'm gonna say, like, on here. You know what I'm saying? Or if he talks to me, it's gonna be like, you know what I mean? It's just that kind of like, you know what I mean? So I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think there is compromised media, and they get mad that we get views. They get mad, you know, and then you got some people, they get views and they could be compromised. They ain't gonna stop people from watching, they still gonna watch. You know what I'm saying? People just have to determine, like, what they like. You know what I mean? Like, what do you like a particular channel because you like the substance of the channel? Are you gonna, like, take that word as law? You know what I'm saying? I don't think you should take anybody's word, like, you know what I mean? Nobody's word is law. Just take their opinions, you know what I mean, and, like, listen to their opinions, watch the battle for yourself, make your own determination. And that's how you're going to figure out who won this battle. you know, and a battle that's this clear, you know, and with people talking about, and I see people like they doing like going on YouTube, people that don't even cuss all like that. You know what I'm saying? Screaming and cussing and mad because fans are on them about them saying Rock won the battle. What you mean? I can't say Rock won the battle with this and B word and P word and P word and P word and P word and mad. Because they know you compromise. They know who you work for. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, you know, it's always going to be hate. You know what I mean? But instead of everybody focusing on the negative, let's just focus on Mook and Rock did a great job. You know what I mean? And just to be all the way real with it, I'm going to tell y'all like this. Y'all about to see a lot of Dan bars. Y'all about to see a lot of him. You know, so, I mean, it ain't just going to be on one channel. It's going to be on multiple channels. You about to hear a lot about him. He's going to be, like, talking. You know, so the problem with Mook's third round, some people think it was fake. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you, like, how I'm looking at this battle. 98% of what Mook was saying was fire and real. From what I gather, from everything I see in the battle rap culture. Now, there was a couple things that might have been off. But for the most part, most of that was, like, real. Versus somebody that's doing gun bars. I'm going to kill you, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to shoot you like this, and most of his round was real, and it was crafted masterfully. You know what I'm saying? So, masterfully. I've been drinking. It was crafted right. You know what I'm saying? But I say this. I think a lot of people, and this is no disrespect to Rock, man. I ain't, like, coming at you at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to you, man. You had, like, a war on your hands. The marketing was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like some of your material was fire, bro. Like, the whole, like, the tie hole, like, playing off of, you know, Mook's old, like, bro, like, it was fire. A lot of stuff you did was fire. I'm giving Rock his credit. I'm giving him his flowers. This ain't no disrespecting Rock, like, type channel right now. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing that. He had a hard time, like, up against somebody. That's stressful. You about to go up against MURDA Mook. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this. It could have got dark in that third round. You know what I mean? Mook, y'all think Mook is kind of just like, Mook is probably, I tell you this, I've talked to a lot of people in battle rap. A lot of them. Like, a lot of important people. Mook is probably the realest person, him and Calico. Mook and Calico is probably the realest people I've ever talked to in battle rap. Ever. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no, like, you know what they mean, you know, and it's just real. You don't find that in this sport. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you can, like, have that dialogue. You know what I mean? And it'd be, like, good. No problems. Like, yeah, oh, you got me loose. Like, what? Like, what's this and what's that? You know what I mean? Like, what you feel about that? You know what I mean? It's just real. I say that. You know, Mook ain't gonna do nothing like, but he could have got real dark in that round. That's all I'm saying. You know, and I think he probably thought about the culture, like, if I do this, you know what I mean, at this particular time, like, what is this really gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, do I just want to win the battle, or do I want to, like, whatever round? Or do I want to destroy something? You know what I'm saying? I feel like he did enough to convincingly win the battle, to make people who think he lost the battle look crazy. You know what I'm saying? But y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section below. Shout out to Rock, shout out to Mook. You know, I ain't about to be slandering nobody, but I do want to say, if you're going to be doing media, just do it right. You know what I'm saying? And also, like, and a lot of people get mad, you just got to have an it factor. I ain't saying, like, I got it, is, you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, be entertaining, like, have the it factor. It ain't just about going in on another blogger, and, you know what I'm saying? Like, be entertaining. Like, show these people, like, what do you have to, like, contribute to battle rap? You know what I mean? Like, not just, like, you know, we feel like somebody might be compromised or whatever. Like, what can we do that's not compromised? You know what I'm saying? And put our, like, stamp on this. And believe you me, a lot of people are compromised. A lot of them. You know what I mean? This is me being real. It's me being, y'all see it. Y'all see it. And I think for the most part, y'all got a lot of it right. And you can see by the views on people's channels. You can see it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, everybody's got their own opinion. Everybody's got their own perspective, you know, but there are people working in favor for other people. you know, and it's just a part of it. You know what I'm saying? So y'all take y'all media for how y'all want to, get the information from where y'all want, you know what I mean? But also make sure y'all actually watch the battles. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. Peace.